Okay, so hopefully you've managed to follow that pattern all the way down, so that sort of offset coming down the sides. And then when I get to do my last one, obviously I'm going to start there, press, so I've got my R rectangle key selected and draw in that last one. So that last one, of course, should be 20 in height. If everything's fitting properly, tab 3 for the other one. The one thing that we didn't mention was why was it 20 by 3? Well, the 20 is fairly arbitrary. In other words, we could have made it 10, we could have made it 40. But the reasoning behind it, you want as many of these connections as you can, really. The more connections, the better it's all going to be. However, if we made those, really small in order to get more of them, it's just going to take you longer to draw. So that's a kind of a happy balance between how many we want and how long we want to spend drawing it. The 3, on the other hand, that has a very clear sort of rationale, and that is that the material we're cutting is 3mm thick, and therefore that depth there, that width, needs to be 3mm. Okay, so there you go, all done. And as I say, if that hasn't fitted right down into that bottom corner, then somewhere you haven't tracked across on those lines. You need to just go back and check where that is. Now, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to save this because we obviously don't want to lose that. We're then going to extrude it. So if we click E to extrude, and obviously the part we want is that part, okay? I'm going to click 3mm because we just said the material is 3mm thick, and we can click OK. You'll notice all of our lines disappear, and that's because as soon as we extrude, we create something called a body. This is body 1, okay? This little symbol here is an eye for seeing it or not seeing things, okay? So if I turn that off, or I turn that off, one of them or both of them, obviously if you had lots of bodies, you could turn some on, some off, while having overall the bodies showing, and so on and so forth. Same applies on our sketches. Now, as soon as we get a body, Fusion automatically hides the sketches for us. It's only hidden it, and if we click on the eye symbol, that eye is still visible. Okay, so there we are. We've got a sketch and we've got a body. The sketch is the lines, and the body is the 3D object. So if we rotate our 3D object, we can see now that it's got a thickness to it, and those joints are going to allow us to assemble it, and we'll do that using the same sort of approach we used for the base. So again, I'm just going to save this and click OK. And then if I go into my data panel and have a look, there you are. I've just created these sides. So John Wilson Year 10 lamp sides. There it is. You can see is a thumbnail of what we've got here. So I'm going to create a new design. And once I've created that new design, I'm simply going to insert this into the current design. Oh, it's telling me I need to save. Of course, again, Mr. Wilson, not good. Remember to save before doing anything. So this one, John Wilson, Year 10, assembled top, or assembled top side, something like that. Check it's going into your project. Click Save. Now I've saved that. It's going to give me a thumbnail here, which will be, of course, blank, because this is blank, and that's a thumbnail of that. And I want to insert this one into the current design. Drop that in and click OK. Obviously, you don't need to move that first one. It's all the other ones that you're going to need to move. And then right-click on it again. The second one that drops in is obviously going to be smack bang in the same place, which is not what you want. So I'm going to pull that out by that far. I'm going to then rotate it 90 degrees, so it's sort of more or less aligned with this. Now, if you look at those two pieces that I've got there, hopefully you can see clearly what's going to go on. This area here has got to go into here. This area here has got to go into here, and so on. Let's just click OK. And then we can just join those up using the same join command that we used before. So if I'm going to spin that around, actually, I think might be easier to see. And let's zoom in, because what I'm going to say is I want that edge there, press and hold your shift key to align with that edge there, press J, and it's going to drop it in, give it a shake, and you can click OK. All right, so you need to just think about, well, what are you aligning with what? Obviously then I'm just going to get 2 more of those and do the same on the other 2 sides as well. So I'm going to insert a 3rd one, drop it in, move it around, check the sort of position. So what do I want to happen there? Well, again, looking at the shape of that and the shape of that, I can't join that and that. It's got to be this one and this one. So if I first of all rotate that 90 degrees that way, okay, a bit of a puzzle if you like. I'm going to rotate that first of all, and then I'm going to say that I want which edge to which edge. Probably if I do something like saying I want that edge there to move to that position there, and I press J. The first one is the one that moves. The first one moves to the second one, and there you go. Okay, obviously I need to repeat that operation once more, and then I've got that done. Okay, now if I just hop back to my individual drawing, so this is my assembly of this drawing. This one's got another purpose, and that is that we're going to send a file directly from this to our laser cutter. But the file we send is not the body, okay? The file we send is actually the sketch. That's what the laser cutter wants to see. So I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to say save as a DXF file. I'm going to call that again John Wilson upper sides or something like that. Okay, save it to my desktop maybe, or somewhere that's going to be dead easy to find. Go onto my Gmail, open up a new mail, and I'm going to send this to Laser Technology or Laser at DC. John's sides or John Wilson's sides, and then down at the bottom just going to add that as an attachment, and where's it gone? There we are. Open that, send that off to the laser cutter. You don't need to, so here is the file, here's where it's going, there's subject header, send it. Go back to my Fusion drawing, and on this one, just add in the 4th side, click Save, and you're done. Okay, well done.